Day 6, posting every day until I start the Artist Way. Today, I wanted to share, even if you don't join the Artist Way, just starting a practice of morning pages alone is life-changing. What it is, we are making contact with what's true. So much of transformational work is getting out of the maze of the mind and making contact with something that's real. And then when we make contact with it, it can be tears can come, emotions can come, anger comes. And what I find when we bring creativity into the alchemy of whatever we're making contact with, there becomes a way that we get to dance with our own inner knowing in a way that therapy, of course, very valuable, many years, highly recommend. And I saw for years as a corporate coach, we are just stuck in the maze of the mind. Like, it is a maze up there. And I got kind of fed up with the talking, which is why I see creativity as a doorway of intuition. The artist knows exactly what paintbrush to use. We don't overthink. We know. I know what color to use too, and I'm going to use that canvas. There's a certain executive decision that comes online when we are in our creator mode, and there's a certainty. The way Julia weaves in this very non-denominational higher power, she uses the word God, but it can mean many things. It's a thing that has so many names but remains nameless, that through our breath, through the energy that moves through our home, through what we make and put out in the world, regardless of what that looks like, we are all making and putting something out in the world. I find just being able to come in contact with ourselves and with a higher power as we write in the morning is a tool to have in life. So even if you just do the morning pages, and the invitation is to wake up first thing in the morning before your logical mind gets up, and maybe have it by your bed. Try not to have too much mental stimulation before you start writing. What we're doing is we're working with our unconscious. Our unconscious is still untangling. So it's not quite in the root of our stories, and it really supports new awarenesses. I like to think of my life as a CEO, and I love these composition notebooks because they are perfect for 3 pages every morning. Each of these is about a quarter a year, so about 3 months. So it's also really special as we're coming to the end of the year to use these as almost like a book of records of your own spirit, of your own soul, of your experience, of the goods, the bads, the uglies, the I can't believe, and then just watching how the magic unfolds, especially when big life happens. I lost my father this year, and going back and reading my pages before, right when it was one of the first things I did when he passed, is I went outside and I just started praying and writing and connecting and listening. And I think that's also so much of what this does. It helps us listen. In the day of his funeral, I woke up early, I went to Starbucks, I morning paged because I knew I had to clear my channel because I wanted to speak at his funeral, and I didn't know what I was going to say, but it's another example of how we get to really start to listen and even start to see ourselves as instruments, like a guitar getting plucked by something bigger that's coming through us. And without the morning pages, I could have never made the professional pivot that I have out of corporate. I was talking with someone today about that, of how no coach could get me out of my suffering. I was a coach that was uncoachable, which is freeing to admit, and how no one comes to save you either. And we get to save ourselves with these practices by showing up for ourselves every day. It's just a reminder that when we are consistent with our practices, whatever it is, it's a devotional practice that I'm here, I'm showing up. And the same inner work that happens through these 12 weeks is what happens on these pages, is the real miracle. So, invitation to join us. We start on Tuesday. There's no perfect to this process. You can't get it right. You can't get it wrong. All you do is show up and you meet your edge. And that's all we're all doing. So I'd love to have you join. We already have a phenomenal group, and I trust anyone that feels called. My link is in the bio.